about the horrifying monster cake tutorial. This is in line with the Sugar Arts demo for creative cakepreneurs. Chef Charmaine asked me to do this live demo for you guys. After this workshop, you'll get to learn a lot from me. By the way, I am Kim Reyes. I am also a home-based baker like most of you. You can follow me on my Instagram page, Sophia by Kim Reyes, or my Facebook page is Sophia Cakes, Pastries, and Sugar Arts. Thank you, Chef Charm. Okay, so for today, I'll be doing the demo using a dummy cake. I already carved the styro. The size of this cake is 5 by 3 yung bottom, and then the middle is 4 by 4, and the top is 5 by 3. Okay, so I just attached it with double tape, and I put a 6-inch cake board. So to start, I already put some lard on this so I can attach the fondant. The same procedure you will have to do the same procedure with real cake if you're going to apply these techniques on a real cake. So you first, yes, 5 by 3, 4 by 4, and 5 by 3, Chef Char. So for the real cake, you have to bake 2 pans of 5 by 3 cake and 1 pan of 4 by 4 cake. So you assemble it, ganache it. I don't use buttercream for my fondant cakes. I like using chocolate ganache since it's more stable. Our climate or temperature here in the Philippines is not so much buttercream friendly, so I always use chocolate ganache. So the same procedure, after ganaching your cake, you carve it like so. So I put this I carved it, so we will be putting the fangs here of the cake. Okay, so first thing we do is I've prepared, I have black fondant here. For those asking for recipes, I will give the recipes later to Chef Charm for you to be able to use the recipes I'm making. But for fondant, I usually use ready-made fondant. Okay, so we have to massage the fondant first. So we'll be putting black fondant around the middle of the cake. Tawagin mo naman si John John kasi yung cake nandyan pa. So kay June, oo, ngayon. So we'll be putting black fondant around our middle tier or middle layer. It's not a tier. And as usual, our very handy tool, we'll be using the brush to put some texture. We'll be okay, here. I use this sturdy brush with sturdy bristles, hard bristles, so I can put impression on the fondant to put some texture on it. This is a very easy technique. It looks very complicated, but yet it's really easy. See, we already have a texture for our cake, for our fondant. And then I'll attach like so. Then cut the excess and put some at the bottom part. Don't worry if it seems at first like patches of fondant, because later on it will never show on the cake, because we will be covering the entire cake with fangs. Okay, so we put some more black. Who's watching? Hello to my students watching. Hi Cheryl, yes, you like my apron? Later I will tell you where I bought it. Sabi na nga ba, mapapansin mo yung apron ko eh. So, put some more black fondant around. Just make sure to buy the brush with sturdy bristles, because if you choose the ones that are very soft, you can never make an impression on the fondant. Okay, so we'll put it around. Again, I have to cut it first, so I put it around. Then cut again. And then at the back, I have some gap here, and again I'll put some Levi, mamaya ka na mag-PM, please. Niloloko ako. Pupunta na tayo. Okay. So, if you think you need more impression, you can still put impression, but gently, since you'll be doing it on a cake, on a real cake, so you gently put the impression lang. So, there. Naglololok. Hindi ako makakonsentrate kasi may mga loko-lokong nagme-message akin. Chef Char, pagsabihan mo nga yung mga ano mo, pinaglololoko ako. Okay, so I want to put some more up here. Thank you, Rhea. Yes, very easy technique, but it seems complicated, diba, Rhea? Hi, Jel. Thank you for watching. Liban. Okay, so I think this is enough. So we're done with the black part. By the way, I used you can use any kind of fondant. With black fondant, I usually buy the ready-made ones because it's very hard to produce black color for fondant. You'll be using a lot of gel paste or whatever you use to produce a black color, and sometimes it affects the taste of the fondant if you use too much gel coloring. So I prefer using the ready-made ones. It depends on what brand you want. Okay, so hi Emma, hi Lot. So we're done with the black part. So now we'll be using the white fondant. We will be covering the top and the bottom part with white fondant. Okay, then later on we will put the fangs. For the fangs, I'll be using gum paste. I use my homemade gum paste, but if you prefer buying the ready-made ones, it's totally fine. So this aside. Hi, Ate Solly. So, I'll just dry the area. So, we'll be covering the top part. This part, we'll be covering this part. Okay? Or this part first. We'll be covering this part first. For the white fondant, still I'm using a ready-made one. I really don't like making homemade fondant because it uses too much of my energy, and by the time I have to decorate the cake, I'll be so tired na. So I just tend to buy the ready-made ones. Anyway, the ready-made ones they taste good na, and it's easy to manipulate too. So here, I'll be putting it here. I'm just putting a thin fondant because I'll be putting some more layers later. Okay, I'm just putting this so I can attach the layers later. So I'll smooth this. I'll be smoothing this. There. And then we'll go on the top part. Yung teeth, yes, gum paste yung teeth. Chris, gum paste lang. So everything is edible. For gum paste, you have to have the right consistency for the gum paste for the teeth. Kasi if it's too dry, magka-crack lang yung teeth. And if it's too soft naman, you won't be able to form the nice teeth. So we'll cover the top lang. Don't worry if the cover is not too nice. We just need a thin layer so we can attach the later, the gum paste. Okay? Just a thin layer of fondant. Hi, Tita Nits. Any brand ready-made fondant chef na you can recommend? Oh, for this one, I'm using I'm using DLA and Bakels. Those two are the ones I use. For covering the cake, I use DLA because I can stretch it. It can be easily stretched without tearing. So this one I'm using DLA. But for decorating, the ones that I mix with my gum paste, yes, I mix fondant with gum paste. So, para hindi siya masyadong matigas. Okay? So, for that, I'm using Bakels. Bakels Petinis. Petinis or Petinis, I don't know. Basta Bakels siya. Bakels Petinis. Hi, Cathy! Ang dami kong students na nanonood. Namimiss ko na kayo. So, this is the first part of our cake, okay? So next, the next part will be putting textures. This is gum paste na. Okay. This is my ready-made gum paste. This gum paste is this has egg, tylose, powdered sugar, lard. So I'll be giving you the recipe afterwards. You can PM me or I can give it to Chef Charm so she can post it on the page, okay? So I will mix some Bakels Petinis on this to make it a little softer, okay? Hi Tita Nits, kamusta? Chef, what advice can you give po para maiwasan na maging basa moist yung fondant, especially po kapag homemade? Correct. Kasi if it's really humid, parang there's no, kasi sugar is sugar absorbs water eh. So if it's humid, it really will be a little moist. So I don't think there's nothing we can do about it, but work inside an air-conditioned room. Kasi in an air-conditioned room, the air is dry. So, hindi nagiging humid yung hindi nagiging humid yung air. So, hindi nag-absorb ng moisture yung fondant mo. So, I always see to it, I work in an air-conditioned room. But, I've heard there are some chefs who claim that their fondant is climate or humid friendly. I haven't tried it, but siguro you could try. So now I'll be attaching this. If you can see, I just roll a paste and put some impressions using my Dresden tool. If you can see there, can you see the impressions? Okay, so then we need a Tylo glue to apply it on your cake, on the so apply it here. This will serve as the lip, the gums. Okay, so you don't need to put it uniformly. Remember, if you put the decorations in a very uniform way, it doesn't look natural. It doesn't look organic. And to make it look natural, kailangan walang uniformity. Even if you make flowers, the more na uniform yung petals, the more it will not look natural. So the same with decorating this, making these decorations for the cake. So we'll put this all around the cake. You're welcome, Kirk. Hi, Chef Nathan. When I started cake decorating in 2015, right, Chef Nathan? 2015 ako nag-start, di ba? Hi, Rachel. Tama, Chef Nathan, 2015. My first teacher is Chef Nathan. He taught me the basics. He taught me the basics of cake assembling, cake decorating. So, thank you, Chef. Yeah. Sa kanya ako unang nag-aral. Flowers, assembling a tiered cake, cake painting, lahat na yata eh. Tinuro mo sa akin. So, see? And we will be putting this all around the cake. But for this for the demo purposes, I'll just put it on in front of the cake para mabilis lang tayo, okay? Hi, Malu. Hi, June. Yung asawa ko nanonood po. Namimiss daw niya ako. So again, I'm putting impressions using my Dresden tool. So, do you see? Can you see the... there. Can you see? Okay. Suki sa one. Yes, Suki ako sa one-on-one with Chef Nate. I don't know how many classes I took with you, Chef. Pero marami. Sobrang dami. So, we will be putting also on top. Remember, for the beginners, remember, when you want to learn about cake decorating, you always have to take the right classes with the right instructor. Because the foundation is very important. Marami kasing nagtuturo, pero you check kung sino yung magbibigay sa inyo ng magandang foundation for cake decorating. Because it will kahit if you get a good foundation, kahit anong decorations na gawin nyo, magagawa nyo na. Okay? So, wait lang. Wait lang. Wait lang. Thank you, Chef. So, okay. This is the top part. So, I'll be putting some more here and here and here, and then we'll be doing the fangs. And also, I will be showing you how to use the airbrush for this. Basic lang airbrushing because I'm not really that expert with airbrushing, but yes, I use airbrush also to decorate my cakes. Okay, so we'll be putting here. I hope you're not getting bored with my demo. I'm not really good with talking because I'm a silent worker. So, talaga minsan nahihiya ako mag-demo. Alam ni Chef Charm yan. Talaga lang hindi ko siya matatanggihan. So there, we put some more here. So we're done with the bottom part. We're done with the bottom part. We're done with the bottom part. So I'll just put two more here para naman hindi siya mukhang bare. Wait lang. Remember, when working with fondant and gum paste, you always see to it that you dry your hands kasi minsan nagmo-moist siya, so it also adds the stickiness. So always have a paper towel beside you, and I always use a wet towel to clean my hands and a paper towel to dry it. Oo, pinilit ko lang siya. Love you too, Chef. Chef, saan po tayo makabili ng green pad? Tulad sa inyo. This one, I bought this at Baketal. This one, I bought it at Baketal kay Miss Kelly. Kay Miss Kelly Kowa. Check it out. She has lots of tools. I usually buy my tools from her. Kay Kelly. And then the dust, I get it from Chris and Kelly. Sam's Confectionery. 6,000 na. Beka yung banana cake. So, putting it here. Sulatan mo, Joe Benasa. Joe Benasa. Sulatan mo. Sorry. May mga storbo pa. So, there. And, last na to. Then, we'll be doing the fangs. Usually when I do decorations, I don't always use nga, like I said kanina, I don't always use wait lang. I don't always use gum paste lang. I mix gum paste and Peckel's fondant. Even when I do toppers, I mix it. Hi JP, if you need what do you call this, flower wires for your flowers, JP Sevilla sells them. I buy from her also. O JP, plinag ko na ha. So there. So there. This is our cake na, so we'll be putting the fangs. I'll show you how to make the fangs. Again, I'm using I'm using gum paste. I'm using gum paste. This one. If you can see, Benasa. Alisin mo yung Joe Venas. I'm using gum paste and I use this Pro Gel. Can you see it? And cream color for the I use it to color the gum paste. Pero I did not mix it thoroughly ha. Kasi di ba yung fangs, if you can see yung mga ngipin ng mga, sa mga horror, minsan may mga dilaw-dilaw silang part. So, hindi ko siya kinulay para makaproduce tayo ng ganyang color. Can you see? So, you don't mix the paint thoroughly ha. Oh. Can you see that? So, you have to check yung sukat ng ano nyo, cake nyo. So, with mine, ganyan kahaba yung gusto ko. See? Ganyan kahaba yung gusto kong gawin na fangs. On the inside, you will put the small ones. So, let's make the fangs first. Nako, hindi ako nakagawa ng marami kanina. Sorry, sobrang busy lang. Kasi may tinapos pa rin akong cake. Pero we'll make it fast. I'll have my assistant help me do this. Para marami tayong magawa. In the meantime, what fondant po gamit nyo? With the fangs, this is gum paste. It's not fondant. It's gum paste. I don't use fondant mixed with Tylose to make the structures. I don't use that. Kasi tendency of fondant, when you mix it with Tylose, it gets too dry. Tapos, nagka-crack siya. So, I use my fondant, my gum paste recipe for this. Then, I mix it with a little Baker's Peppermint. I mix it with a little of this. Okay? So, it will remain soft. Tapos, hindi pa siya yung, if you, sometimes, makita nyo, pag gumagawa kayo ng figures, and you use, what do you call this? Fondant, then you put Tylose. Diba makita nyo parang grainy siya? So, I don't like using it kasi hindi smooth yung text, hindi smooth siya tingnan. So, it's better you buy ready-made gum paste like Satin Eyes. They have ready-made gum paste, or Redman, they have it. Or you make your homemade gum paste and mix it with a little fondant. Okay? So, we will make several of these long fangs. And short ones also. We will make short ones also. Okay? So, to do it, hindi ko pala napakita. To do it, you roll fondant in between your palms, like so. And then, the edge of your palm, on the edge, to make a pointed one. And then, roll it lang. Becca, pa-help naman. Gumawa ka ng ganito para mabilis lang ako. Ito, ihaluan mo ng white kasi masyado mong minix eh. Minix mo ng todo eh. So, we'll be making several of this. Then, we will also make, kailangan hindi pantay-pantay different lengths, different sizes. Kasi yung itsura nung ano natin, nung teeth natin, iba-iba eh. Mas mukha siyang horrifying pa. Ganun. So, you will attach it like so. Okay? I'll just make some more. Bear with me please. Huwag kayong mainip. Ask me questions para hindi kayo mainip. Ask me questions. You have more questions. By the way, the second batch of my class is still ongoing. It will start on November 14. If you'd like to enroll in the crafting with rice paper and wafer paper class. It's only 2,800 pesos. It's still open for enrollees. It is a 2-week class. The sessions are done twice a week. So, it will run for 2 weeks. We have 6 sessions, 6 demo sessions in total, and 7 live Q&A sessions for that class. If you want to learn some techniques on how to make the rice paper structures, wafer paper textures, actually, marami kayong matututunan on that class. If you see my post, I posted there the works of my students from the first batch. Ang gagaling nila. Para silang mga hindi first timer na gumawa nung technique na yon. Ang gaganda ng gawa nila. I'm really so proud of my students. So, if you want to learn from me, if you trust me enough and want to learn from me, please send me a message on Facebook or my Facebook page or my Instagram page. And if you have further questions, you may ask me. I always answer. My students can attest to that. Chef, pwede po makahingi ng recipe ng gum paste niya? Yeah, sure. I'll give you the recipe of the gum paste. You just PM me, or I'll give it to Chef Charm so we can post it on the page. Yung recipe ng gum paste. Okay, Kenneth? Later after the demo. At saka this one, hindi siya masakit kainin. Minsan kasi we cannot tell our clients not to eat the decorations, diba? Especially with kids, they really eat the decorations. If you use the fondant with Tylose, naku, baka matanggal yung ngipin ng mga students nyo. Kasi it tends to be rock hard talaga. But if you use this gum paste or any ready-made gum paste, hindi siya masakit sa ngipin. Okay? So, maraming welcome, Kenneth. You're welcome. Thanks po. We will wait, Chef, for Chef Charm na lang po. Baka kasi mapuno yung messenger niyo po. Oo nga, Diyos ko, punong-puno na ang messenger ko. Minsan, hindi ko na alam sino sasagutin ko. I-post na lang namin ni Chef Charm para makuha nyo agad, kasi minsan baka hindi ako makasagot. Minsan marami rin akong ginagawa. Okay? So, kaya mo bang gawin to? With the fangs, I'm sorry, my dear viewers, hindi ko siya na-prepare earlier. Pero when you make this, you can prepare this like 3 days ahead of your cake assembly. Pwede mo siyang gawin 3 days ahead. So by the time na i-attach mo siya sa cake mo, it will be stiff na, matigas na siya. Okay? Ano po yung hinalo nyo po sa gum paste nyo po? Di ko po kasi mabasa, baliktad. Oh, Bakels Petinis. It's also fondant. Fondant din siya, made by Bakels. Okay? You can buy it at your favorite baking supply store. So, you make several sizes. Short, medium, long, and extra long fangs. Para mas realistic yung itsura ng fangs natin. Okay? I'm sorry if I'm taking too long with this. But later on. And also, I'll be showing you one product from Poratos. Becca, yung ambiente natin, kunin mo. Yung ito. One product from Poratos that I always use when I decorate. Chef Charm introduced me to it, and I really love that product. Kasi napakaganda niyang gamitin. When I make yung mga water effect or yung blood, it's really a nice product. By the way, kailangan lagyan din pala to ng, we have to put textures pala on top. We still have to put textures on top, okay? So, I'll be attaching some para hindi naman kayo mainip. Always have a toothpick with you. It's very handy to have a toothpick. Okay? How much po ganyan siya? Depende kasi sa market nyo, yung price. Ay, alin ba tinatanong mo, Kenneth? Yung Bakel's Petinis, ang how much? I think it's nasa 200 plus or between 200 to 300. So, I'm attaching the fangs. If it won't attach, use a toothpick. Pero it-attach naman. So, nakikita nyo ba? I hope you're seeing it. Okay? So, we'll be attaching the fangs. So, hindi pa siya matigas. I'll use a toothpick to attach it. Lagyan nyo lang siya ng toothpick. And, remember, kailangan hindi siya pantay-pantay, okay? Huwag niyong gawing para silang mga sundalong nakapila, okay? Usually, nakikita ko kasi yung iba, pag gumagawa, parang pag nilagay nila, usually kasi tayo mga bakers, we tend to be OC. Gusto natin yung imis na imis. So, nangyayari, it's very uniform and it doesn't look nice talaga. So, see? May fangs na siya, di ba? Okay? So, hi Adrian, I miss you. So, you put Tylo glue. Sometimes you have to use your pliers para hindi nyo mapisa yung yung fangs nyo. Lalo pag malambot pa siya. Okay? So, we're putting the small ones first. The small ones goes inside, The small ones will go inside. Yung mga long ones, sa labas siya. Kasi hindi mo pwedeng ilagay yung mga mahahaba sa loob. Hindi na magiging maganda yung effect niya. So, yung nasa top, the fang should be facing downward. And at the bottom part of the lip, the mouth, the fang should be pointing upwards, okay? Thank you, Adrian. Oops. So there, you see what I made with the fangs? The ones I attach on top are facing downward, and the one attached at the bottom is facing upwards. Okay? Chris, Chef Char, palayasin mo muna si Chris, pwede? Paano tayong makaka-concentrate nito? Diyos ko. Okay. Pinapawisan ako tuloy eh. Mamaya kung ano-anong i-post nitong si Crisaline eh. Kaloka talaga to eh. So, behave ka lang, Chris, ha? Huwag kang luka-luka, ha? See? So, we'll be putting more fangs. The small ones first, okay? So, konti na lang. Huwag kayong mainip. Chef Charm, pakiban mo nga muna si Crisaline dito sa page mo. Kasi, hindi ako makakonsentrate sa ginagawa ko. Baka mamaya, ipopost-post, iko-comment-comment nito. Loka-lokam to eh. If you want to study flowers pala, check out Crisaline. She's the best in the Philippines. The master of all flowers siya. check her out. And if you want to study, anong tawag dyan? Wafer paper flowers, check out Shirley. Shirley Yanga. Santos Yanga. Yeah, she teaches wafer paper flowers. And Chrysaline teaches gum paste flowers. Check her page. Sobrang galing. Ang galing talaga. So, bear with me. Konti na lang. Saglit na lang to.
Mahaba pala.
Just, konti na lang, class. Thank you, April. So every time you make a cake, kailangan once in a while ilalayo mo yung cake sa'yo so you can see yung itsura niya. Diba? Kasi minsan masyado we tend to be engrossed with making the cake and minsan di na natin napapansin iba-iba na yung itsura ng cake natin. Okay? So I think this will take us 30 minutes more to finish this cake. Please give me 30 minutes more of your time, okay? And we'll be able to finish this. Kasi I want to give you a detailed step-by-step tutorial on this. Ayokong madaliin para makita nyo talaga paano siya ginagawa. So, huwag kayong mainit. Okay, so while I'm doing this, ask me questions para may masabi ako kasi wala na akong maisip sabihin. Sige, lagay mo. Ano, hindi ka nakagawa? Akin na, idadagdag ko. Baka naman masya. There. I'm asking my assistant to help me na para mabilis tayo. Oh, okay naman na. Gawa ka pa. Marami pa. Tabaan mo lang konti. Masyadong manipis. Isipon ako dito kay Chrysaline eh. So, nagkakaitsura na siya, di ba? Konti na lang. Konti na lang, class. After this, after I put all the fangs na kailangan natin, will be airbrushing the cake. I'll show you how to airbrush. Basic airbrush lang. Walang mga ano-ano. Detalyadong airbrushing. Just the basic. Pang Christmas naman. Ay, nako. So, you're welcome, Glory. May, kayang-kaya mo naman yung Christmas cakes. I don't need to teach that na. It's really easy. Diba? Expert ka na eh. So, konti na lang. Nako, naiinip na yata viewers ko. Paunti na kayo ng paunti. Tagal ko kasi. So, konti na lang to. We'll just put the long ones. The long teeth should be, okay, class, the long teeth should be on the upper part and the lowermost part, okay? Siya dapat yung nagko-cove na ganun. Okay? So, you have to use a longer toothpick for the long ones. Pero kung matigas na siya, you don't need the long toothpick. Kaya lang malambot pa tong mga fangs ko. So, I'll be using a longer toothpick for it. I-bend it a little, ha? Okay? Kailangan ko mahaba. Yan. Tama yan, Bex. Yan na. Just a little more time, class. Mahina lang yata net, chef. Ako po pabalik-balik. Oh, okay. Siguro. Teacher Kim, di ka na camera shy. Yes, Cathy. Hindi na ako masyadong camera shy. Thanks to Chef Charm. Lagi niya ako ine-expose. Nung una kasi, hindi ako makasalita. Hiyang-hiya talaga ako. Grabe. Para akong binubuhusan ng mainit at malamig na tubig magkasabay. Kaya lang in-overexpose na ako ni Chef Charm. Kaya medyo makapal na yung mukha ko. Diba, Cathy? Kasi yung class natin, hiyang-hiya pa ako eh. Solo ko, nakakatakot na siya, diba? So, this part is medyo okay na. This part, lalagyan ko pa siya. Ako din na nawawala. Oh, ako sorry. Sabi nga sa akin ni Chef Charm, it should be pre-recorded para kahit humina yung net, nandyan pa rin. Kaya lang, the problem is, hindi ako marunong with my cellphone. Alam nyo naman pag medyo oldie na, hindi na tayo techie. So, hindi ko naman, I can't disturb my kids kasi they're studying. So, I didn't have the chance to pre-record this. Hi, Mom. Oh, my daughter is watching. Gabby, hi. So, I think this is medyo okay na. Konti na lang, Bex. Okay na to. So, I'll just put some more on the sides. Para naman maganda yung effect. Anyway, hiningi ko sa inyo 30 minutes, di ba? Wala pa namang 30 minutes. So, next is, please prepare yung ano natin. Airbrush ko. Airbrush. Tsaka yung vodka. Nandyan yung vodka. Uy, Becca, pare sabi nga kay Jun, tumatawag si Ate Cecil. Kamo, nagpa-class ako, tawagan, dali. Tumatawag sa akin, eh. Nagpa-class ako, kamo. Hindi tumatawag sa akin. Sorry. You don't look old, Chef. Oh, thank you. Matanda na po ako. Matanda na po ako. Medyo. Hindi naman matanda. Medyo lang. Malapit na ako sa half century ba? Oo, malapit na. Chef, mas okay po ba vodka compared to gin? I haven't tried using gin. Meron naman kasing murang vodka. Later, I'll show you what I'm using. Yung mura lang na vodka. I haven't tried using gin eh. Hindi talaga, minsan I don't compromise with the materials I use for cake decorating. Kasi sometimes it affects your cakes eh. Lalo na for your yung talagang lasa ng cake mo, you don't compromise the ingredients. Kasi tendency, pag kinompromise mo yung ingredients mo, tendency nyo, ibaba yung price. Minsan kaya ang baba-baba ng mga presyo natin. Kasi hinahabol nyo, gusto nyo makabenta. Pero actually, kayo yung nalulugi doon eh. Kasi you're not paying yourself enough for the effort you're making in making your cakes. If you price your cakes too low, ang pinababayaran nyo lang sa client is the ingredients you use. Pero yung effort nyo, yung time, yung effort, yung skills nyo, you don't get paid enough for that, diba? So, nangyayari, pag binagsak nyo masyado yung presyo ng cakes nyo, enough na to, Bex?
Tama.
Pag binagsak nyo masyado yung presyo ng cakes nyo, wala na kayong chance to improve your craft kasi wala kayo ng extra money to attend workshops para maging mas maganda yung cakes nyo. Nangyayari, pambili nyo na lang lagi ng ingredients yung kinikita nyo. So, never compromise your work and always see to it that you get paid enough for the work you do. Okay? Tama. Yes, Kenneth. Tama. When I was just starting cake decorating, syempre mahihiya ka mag-price ng mataas kasi you feel you don't have the skills yet, diba? So, nagtiis talaga ako noon na halos wala akong kinikita. For 2 years, wala akong naiipon. Panay invest sa classes at saka sa tools. Pero after some time, pag nakita ng mga tao yung craft mo, yung kahon na white, pag nakita ng mga tao yung craft mo, makikita nila worth it na magbayad sila ng tama sa'yo. Kasi, you give your time, your effort. Minsan, if we decorate a cake, it takes us weeks to search for decorations para lang makabuo tayo ng isang magandang cake, diba? Hindi naman natin basta-basta naiisip yun or hindi naman tayo basta-basta nangungupya lang ng design eh. Diba? So, yung iba nagbabagsak ng price, tandaan nyo, hanggang dyan na lang kayo. Hindi na kayo uunlad. Hindi yan. Yung white, there. Hindi. Yan. Yung mga nagbabagsak ng price, tandaan nyo, hindi nyo na mapipresyohan ng mas mataas yung cake nyo the next time na gusto nyo taasan yung cake nyo. Kasi yung market nyo, nasanay na sa ganyang presyo. Mas lalo na po kapag friends never nakapag-price. That's true. Pero you have to make your friends realize that this is a business. If they're really your friends, they will know how to pay you right. 'Di ba? Hindi ka nila sasamantalahin. And huwag ka rin magpasamantala, 'di ba? Kasi if you see, if you check, how much are the ingredients? Here's one gauge on pricing your cakes. Actually, I learned this from Chef Joey kasi I attended his basic baking and pastry arts class, the 3 months class. So, yes, Chef Char, very true. Maraming pinagdadaanan bago makagawa ng magandang cake. True. At saka ang dami nating gamit na kailangan bilhin to be able to produce one cake. Hindi naman basta-basta lang yung presyo ng mga gamit sa baking, 'di ba? Ang mahal, lalo na yung mga tools, sobrang mahal. Going back, Chef, I always put in mind what Chef Joey told us. When pricing a cake, syempre, you compute your ingredients, di ba? The materials and ingredients you use. Compute it. Then, multiply it by 4. If you cannot yun yung dapat na selling price nyo. Halimbawa, ang halimbawa, ang presyo ng cake nyo, yung the cost of your cakes is 200. You multiply it by 4. Why? Kasi if you multiply it by 2, wala kang kinita dun. Kasi wala pa dun yung electricity, yung gas, water, yung if you have assistant, yung bayad mo sa assistant, at saka other expenses. Syempre, punta ka sa market to buy your ingredients, or yung mga phone bill mo, or yung mga bayad mo sa mga lalamove, at saka yung mga courier na yan. And also, tapos, if you multiply it by 3 naman, may tutubuin ka sa cake mo. Yes, may tutubuin ka. Pero, if you multiply it by 3 lang, you're not paying yourself. 'Di ba? Pag nagtrabaho ka, 'di ba, dapat sinesweldohan ka. So, if you have a cake business, dapat sinesweldohan mo yung sarili mo. Kasi, pag hindi mo sinesweldohan yung sarili mo, the tendency is yung kinita mo sa cake, magagastos mo lang din. So, wala kang maipon. If you pay yourself enough, then you have extra money to save up. And if you want to learn more skills, syempre maka-enroll ka sa mga workshops na magaganda. Thus, may improve mo pa yung craft mo further, di ba? At saka, hindi nakakahiya sa mga loyal clients mo dahil mapapansin nila every year or every quarter, paganda ng paganda yung napoproduce mong cakes. So, see to it that you pay yourself. Give yourself value. Kasi hindi naman biro itong ginagawa natin. Hindi porke sa bahay lang tayo gumagawa nito Hindi na to hanap buhay. Hanap buhay to, mga friends. Hindi hanap patay. Ang hirap kayang gumawa ng cake. Minsan wala tayong tulog. Naranasan nyo ba yun? Minsan ako 3 araw dire-diretso. Hindi nakatulog ng ayos. Tapos hindi ka babayaran ng tama. 'Di ba? Kaya pala di ako makabili ng damit. Wala ko sweldo. Tama, may sweldohan mo sarili mo. 'Di ba? Imagine, magkano mo gusto sweldo ang sarili mo? Yun dapat yung kinikita mo sa cake, 'di ba? O see, ayan na. Buo na siya. So next, kabit ko lang to, sayang. Ligpitin ko lang tong mga kalat ko. Wait lang guys. Bear with me. Hintayin nyo lang ako. Matatapos na tayo. And you will see the next technique after this. Okay? Kabit ko lang tong 3 pang fang. Sayang. Nagawa na. It will just go to waste lang pag di ko pa kinabit. So, I hope you're getting something from me regarding the cake costing, no? Umpisahan ko pa sweldo. Yes, ouch. Sapul na sapul, chef. Ba't ganun, chef? Pareho kayo ng sinasabi ng husband ko as in word for word. Lalo na yung hanggang doon ka na lang. Hindi ka Yes, true. If you start pricing yourself low, paano ka pa magpapataas ng presyo? Nasanay na sila ng ganyan. So, the next time sabihin nila, bakit tumaas? Anong bago? Ano nga naman bago? Hindi ka naman nagdagdag ng skill. Nakapag-aral ka ba? Hindi. Pwede ka magdagdag ng presyo kung nakikita nila nag-i-improve ka. Kung hindi naman, paano mo justify na gusto mo magdagdag ng presyo? Hindi, 'di ba? Remember, ang workshops natin, ang pinakamura, lalo na pag hands-on, is around 5,000 pesos. Pag nag-aral ka pa sa mga international, sa isang araw, 20,000 pesos ang isang workshop. Isang araw lang yun. So, paano ka makakaaral sa magagaling na international teachers? Although, you don't have to go that far kasi, like sa flowers, kay Crisaline lang, di mo na kailangan pumunta ng international. International na kalidad niyan. Oh. Pero, what I'm saying is, presyohan nyo ng tama yung sarili nyo para na-i-improve nyo yung craft nyo. And you get to buy better tools para mas maganda yung nyo, yung ma-produce nyong cakes. Mapansin nyo yung iba, seasonal baker lang or nandyan lang for quite some time tapos nawawala na. Kasi hindi nga nila pinipresyo ng tama sa sarili. So, eto na siya. Tapos na. So, now, I'll be teaching you how to use the um, asa na yun? Nawala. Yung, I'll be teaching you how to use the airbrush. I-airbrush ko lang to. Short lang. Hindi ko na nilagyan ng likod kasi magtatagal pa tayo. So, i-airbrush ko to para makita nyo kung paano mag-airbrush. For airbrush, I'll be using this. Ito yung Gilbey's vodka. Mura lang to. Ito yung ihahalo ko sa gel paste. This is just 235 pesos. Ang tagal-tagal ng sa... Asan yung airbrush ko? Saan? Ang tagal-tagal na nito sa akin. Ang mura-mura lang. 235 oh. It's 1 liter. Ay, hindi pala. 700 ml. Pag wala, isaksak na lang ito. So, i-airbrush ko siya. Pahingi ako haluan. So, I'll be using my airbrush. Chef, ano pong tawag sa green pad na order ako kay Miss? Hindi ko nga alam ang tawag dito. Cell pad yata. Cell pad. Mangkok kailang din. Oo, maghahalo ako ng pwede. So, mag-airbrush tayo. I-airbrush natin tong cake natin para mabilis. Okay? So, for the airbrush, we need vodka and the gel color. We need the cream color, this one. Okay? I'll just wait for the bowl kasi kailangan haluin natin siya. Kailangan haluin natin yung haluin natin yung gel with vodka thoroughly. Okay? Di yan matagal sa akin, chef. Baka inumin ng tatay ko. So, airbrush lang natin siya. Antay ko lang yung bowl. Hahaluin ko tong vodka. For the blood pala, thank you Chef Charm for this. I'll be using this. Poratos, thank you Poratos for this. Thank you Chef Charm. I'll be using this Poratos, Harmony, Sublimo, Glaze and Go. We'll be using this glaze for the groove board pala tawag yun, sabi ni Chef Charm. Chef Charm, thank you for this. This one is the one you sent me. I use this. Chef, ang leftover vodka po, room temp lang po. Yes, room temp lang. Sa room temp ko lang siya nilalagay. I use this to make the water pag gumagawa ako ng mga may water na theme na cake, like yung mga beach theme cake. For this one, for our project, I'll be using this to make blood. Ang ganda niyang gamitin, promise. So, paghaluin natin, maglagay tayo ng cream. Konti lang. Ayun panghalo. And some vodka. Ano ulan? Malakas? Ha? Ano? Ninaw. Basa sa kusina. Malakas? Maraming basa? So, yan. Hinahalo ko lang siya. Vodka and gel paste. Pero may nabibili naman kayong designated for airbrushing na color. Kaya lang, kung ito lang naman yung gagawin mo, tapos bibili ka pa, sayang lang. So, huwag ka nang bumili, diba? Paghaluin mo na lang yung vodka. Thank you, Sir Poratos J for the Sublimo. Yes, thank you, Sir J for the Sublimo. Ang ganda niyang gamitin. So, lagyan lang natin yung airbrush natin. Okay? So, i-airbrush ko lang tong cake. Remember, when airbrushing, pag gusto nyo maliit lang yung lumabas sa airbrush nyo, kailangan malapit lang siya. Pag gusto nyo mas malawak yung makover ng airbrush, ilalayo nyo yung airbrush nyo. Okay? So, for this one, ihawakan mo muna niya. For this one, para makita nyo, airbrush ko siya. So, pag nilapit ko siya, yung mga loob lang yung mga lalagyan niya. Pag nilayo ko siya, oh, okay. Saksak mo dito. Dali. Teka lang, naubusan ng battery yung ano ko. Airbrush ko. Dito mo saksak. Saksak ko lang yung airbrush ko. Yan, dyan. Saksak mo dyan. Okay?
Okay na?
So, there. Tapos lagyan mo to ng brown. See? Pag nilayo ko siya, mas broad yung ano niya. Pag nilapit mo siya, mas maliit lang yung nasa sakop niya. So, i-airbrush ko lang siya lahat. Para maging ano lang siya. Sige, lagyan mo. Tapos haluin mo. This is the fastest way to color your cake. Wow. Oo, okay lang. So, yan. I love this, this airbrush. Sobrang cute, diba? Very handy. Dinky Doodle. No, this is not Dinky Doodle, Shirl. I just bought this from Baking Buddies. I bought this from Baking Buddies lang. Not from Dinky Doodle. Mura lang siya, Shirl. Kayang-kaya mo, kahit 10 pa. Ikaw pa. They have different colors of this, yeah. So, may color na yung cake natin, di ba? So, for this one, I added some darker color, brown, para magkaroon lang ng definition yung cake natin. I'll just put it on the... Oh, tissue, Bex, tissue. Hurry, tissue. Tumapon. Sorry. Teka, pupunasan ko lang. Ayoko nang makalat. Hindi ako makatrabaho. Okay, ito, nilagyan ko na siya ng brown. So, yung sabi ko sa inyo kanina, di ba? Pag malapit yung airbrush nyo, finer yung pinoproduce niya. So, ilalapit mo lang siya para malagyan natin yung grooves, okay? Okay, yung mga grooves lang nilalagyan ko. Okay, this is just basic airbrushing. May nag-demo, there's someone who did the demo sa airbrushing. Magaling siya mag-airbrush, nakita ko. I just don't remember his name. Dito rin sa Cakepreneurs, parang ilang days ago lang. Chef Charm, sino ba yung nag-demo? Magaling siya eh. Ito naman basic lang yun sa akin. So, gusto ko mas maitim yung fangs. So, i-airbrush ko rin siya for definition of color. So, tingnan nyo, diba? Kung mumurahan yung cake nyo, paano kayo makakabili ng airbrush? Medyo mahal din siya. For a starter, for a beginner, hindi basta-basta makabili ng gamit, diba? Ako, bago ko nakabili ng gamit ko, unti-unti lang din. Hindi ko naman biniglang bili lahat. So, kita nyo? O, diba? Ang bilis. But if you don't have airbrush, you can use dust din. Pero, with this, I prefer using airbrush. O, Becca, mamaya ko na lang to linisin tong airbrush. Okay na to. So, we're done with the airbrush. Lagay mo lang doon, maya ko linisin. So, we're done with the airbrush. So, you see? Diba? So, the final touches na yung lalagay natin. So, For the final touches, we'll be putting the blood. Yung blood na yung ilalagay natin. Again, I'm using Puratos Harmony Sublimo Glaze and Go for the blood. Ito siya. Ganito yung itsura niya. Yan. Yan siya. So, event in time, nagigi siyang hindi na siya nag-stiff din siya. So, maganda siya. So, I'll be putting red. Soft gel lang to. Para magkakulay yung ano natin. Exit ko lang. Pexa. So, I'll be putting red. Lagyan lang natin siya ng red. Let's haluin. Lagyan ko lang siya ng red color. So, first muna, light muna yung gagawin natin. So, red muna. Tapos, later, to define the color, lalagyan mo siya ng black. Later pa, papakita ko sa inyo. But for now, red muna lagay natin. Okay? So, add red color to your Sublimo Glaze. And I'm using this tool, a pipette. I'm using a pipette. If you don't have a pipette, pwede yung pang injection or piping bag. Pwede rin piping bag. Pwede rin piping bag gawin dito. Okay? Hindi ko alam, Chef Kim, kung paano na po yan. So, I'm using this. I bought this at Biabi. 40 pesos lang yata to. 20 pesos. Hindi ko matandaan. Parang nabutas siya. Ayaw humigo. Beka. Okay. So, I'll be just putting some blood here. See? Maganda siyang ipang-apply. Kasi, pino siya. Kaya lang, pahingi ng tape na butas. Ito. Meron pa palang isa. Na butas. Ito, I'll be using this. Yun. Ito. Small pipette. So, lagyan nyo lang yung mga gila-gilagid niya. Like that. Okay lang tumulo. Huwag kayong mapapraning pag may tumutulo. So, lagyan nyo yung mga grooves. Tumitigas din siya eventually. So, yung cake mukha lang siyang complicated, diba? Pero actually, ang dali lang niyang gawin. Very easy lang, no? Tapos, yung blood, lagay nyo lang siya dun sa mga gilagid niya. Sa gums. So, yan, no? It's coming together na. Diba? It's coming together. Kung paano na po. Oo, mahirap kainin to. Okay? Konti pa dito. So, as you can see, parang maputla pa yung blood natin, diba? So, later on, pag nalagyan ko na yung mga gusto kong lagyan, dadagdagan natin ng black yung blood natin para mas darker. Pero, lagyan ko muna dito. Napunasan na yung mga basa. Masarap pati ito, matamis siya. So, maganda talaga siya gamitin. Dati kasi I'm using piping gel, kaya lang namumuo-muo yung piping gel. Hindi siya mukhang natural. So when when Chef Charm sent me this Sublimo glaze, nung trinay ko siya, ang ganda talaga niya, ang ganda niya gamitin. So, ito na yung preferred ko gamitin sa mga ganitong effect. Water effect, yan, yung mga yan. Kukulayan nyo lang siya, depende sa design na gusto nyo. So, okay. May blood na siya. Put on top. Let's put on top then. See? So, ngayon, dagdagan ko siyang konting black para magkaroon lang ng definition yung ano natin. Yung kulay. Nilagyan ko lang siyang konting black. Para medyo dark. Yung may areas with darker blood, diba? Mas gruesome tingnan siya pag may mga dark. Okay? See? Can you see, guys? It's coming together na. Almost done na tayo. Konting touches na lang. Okay na to, no? Okay? So, pahingi akong patungan, Dex.
Ma'am?
Yung... Kakatakot na. Wait lang. Ako tissue. Okay, we're done. Lipat ko lang siya. Okay, there. Asin na ito. We're done. So, our horrifying monster cake is done. Very easy technique, but it looks complicated, but actually very easy technique. I hope you like it, guys. Thank you, Chef Charm, and please follow me on my Instagram. It's Sophia by Kim Reyes, Sophia.KimReyes, and my Facebook page is Sophia Cakes, Pastries, and Sugar Arts. Please follow me. And also, Chef Charm, pa-plug na nung class ko. I still have an ongoing class. It will start on November 14. Pero we have an introductory session on November 12. So if you want to join the class, just PM me. The class is 2,800. It will be 6 sessions that will run for 2 weeks, and we will be making 3 projects for that class. I will post the posters after this Cakepreneur so you can see. The class is entitled Crafting with Rice Paper and Wafer Paper. Okay? Thank you, everyone. Bye. I hope you like it. Thank you.